motorcycle is whatever you want to make it. Turn it on, you can give yourself a real thrill.
What's going on, guys? This is Carl with the RacerRed channel. Back at it, riding some Idaho mountain single track. This stuff is beautiful up in here. Salmon River is down below. Lots of streams coming off these trails. The thing about riding in Idaho is it's not a very long time between dead, cold, frozen winter and just hot summertime. It feels like Arizona heat sometimes. Up here it's actually perfect this time of year. I mean, when you're riding in late June, early July, that's when you catch a lot of these days where it's not too bad. It could be either way though. It varies from year to year. The weather is just wildly different from year to year. But this year, I've been pretty fortunate to be able to ride a lot of higher mountain single track pretty early on. We've had a pretty mild winter really, and summer started a little bit early. Looks like I'm riding a jungle. You can definitely tell when there's moisture present. There's a mountain stream coming down. The vegetation just gets really thick. Never ridden this trail before. It's the first for me. But I know of someone who was talking about this trail, and he was on a Honda 90. Did some fishing last night, a little bit this morning. So far on this trip I've caught maybe 20 or so fish. All of them too small to keep. The one big one I caught got away. He was a flopper. I think I'll stop in the shade right here and wait for the family. up here. See a lot of those little guys running across the trail. See, there's a tiny bit of snow up in the mountain still, up on those peaks. Not much though. People don't talk about it, but a lot of the trail maintenance is done just by riding the trail. You have to push all this brush out of the way, keep the trail worn in. There's a lot of mileage of trail system in Idaho, and it takes a lot of riders to keep it maintained, and that's part of riding them. That's definitely part of maintenance. Gotta ride these things. This one in particular, I think, is a popular trail, so it's fairly worn in, but there's still some growth that's happened from just the winter time. Definitely some overgrowth. But I'm definitely not looking for the trail at any point. I usually go on trails that are very obscure and hard to find. And in that case, you just need the more riders, the better. I mean, the more traffic you can get on there, the better. Gotta wear those things in. You do miss a lot of the scenery when you're riding a dirt bike like this. A lot of the wildlife, especially because it just doesn't stick around for you. Especially the predators. You got wolves, mountain lions. Usually those will spot you long before you spot them. And they're not gonna let you see them for very long. This bike is running. However, that off-idle torque is just not as strong as it once was. I've been riding this bike since 2018, and man, this is the first bike I've purchased that was brand new off the showroom floor. It was one of the last ones available that were carbureted. And to this day, I still think it was a great choice to buy this bike. It has been an absolutely phenomenal bike. I try not to be the type that gets a bike every year, but maintenance is a tough thing to keep up with. I can do a lot of maintenance, but I pretty much steer clear of engine work and transmission work, which I shouldn't. It's not that difficult, I'm sure. I've rebuilt this carburetor a couple times, but I definitely don't enjoy working on bikes, so that makes it difficult to have a bike that is a few years old. This one is 5 years old now. Lots of dead trees up in here. That makes for a lot of deadfall. I'm gonna wait right here, but I will catch you on the next section. Peace.